Oh man. Man, oh man. I'm very tired, chat. Do you know why I'm tired? Because I only got like 2 to 3 hours of sleep after doing last night's solo raid. We didn't have much time to rest up. We fought our hardest and did our best, and I'm proud to announce that I made it in the top 3% of solo raid. We managed to get around, I think it was 1.95% in the top ranking by the end of the event, which is insane.
Hello.
It's kind of crazy. Solo raid enthusiast Tatsunical the Wicked. Animal Farm, welcome. Hee welcome. Also, Dragon Boy, welcome as well. Never paid out the prediction? Whoa, hang on. Thanks for reminding me. Let me do that. I don't think we exceeded 3.5 billion. We got like 3.3 billion. Yeah, my bad. Let me fix that. I thought I would do more damage with Maiden's investments, honestly. Especially considering all the amazing rolls we got with her. But yeah, man, not much else to say. We cleared the raid, succeeded in our goals. If anyone's curious about how the runs went, I actually timestamped all of the cleared attempts in the YouTube video. So if you're just curious how I ran my teams and what kinds of like strategies I use, that's all available on YouTube. Just look at the live VODs and click the description and it should have a bunch of timestamps. Dude, you got so close here. If I'd have been, if you had a single element damage roll on Cindy, it would have been mine. Yeah, dude, Cindy is like a hard carry for this event. Cindy and Rouge together are definitely what's allowing me to do the most of my damage. Let me see if I can pull up some numbers. Because I did take a ton of screenshots yesterday. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this was the our final score. This was what netted us over 6 billion damage with all 5 teams. Also, Potato, thanks so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Gonna give MVCI a shot? Yeah, you know, I was actually thinking of buying I was actually thinking of buying it since it's on sale now. I don't know how much I'll play MVC, but I definitely always wanted a copy of it on Steam. I actually own it on console, I just never got it on Steam before because I haven't upgraded. Like, at the time that I bought it, I never upgraded my computer. But I like MVCI. I think it's a cool game. It's an ugly game, but the gameplay has always been really fun. And with the recent announcement of a new mod that's being funded by Maximilian Dude, I think that's going to breathe a lot of new life into the game. Even the Marvel 3 community is actually pretty healthy, all things considered, with their modding community. I'm always heading over to Avengers' stream. Good friend Avengers, they stream a lot of Marvel 3 and run a lot of like online matches with the community there. It's super tight knit because it's kind of become like a Discord fighter in a lot of ways. You can't really find matches unless you organize them with other people, but that also means that anyone who plays like really likes the game, and so I'm always happy to see that. Happy to see the game still getting support, and you know, now that MVCI has joined the fray, we kind of get the best of both worlds. There's a lot of people who like MVCI, but unfortunately, that game didn't succeed very well, given all of its quality or lack thereof on release, which I totally understand. I do feel a lot of sympathy for games that don't do well and that the fighting game community tends to shit on, even though there's a dedicated player base for it. Because I've been there. I used to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I love Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's like one of my favorite fighting games of all time, probably top 5. And that game was not very well liked on release. Unfortunately, Capcom didn't do a good job of marketing it. They had a bunch of shady stuff like on-disc DLC. The first couple of patches of the game were really rough, and a lot of matches would end in time over. And just the way that characters were balanced, it was kind of terrible. But the game's always been really fun to me, and so it always sucked seeing other people shit on it, even though I enjoyed it so much. So I always try to be really nice to the smaller communities, because I've been there. What rank did I get? I got a top 1.95 Sherlock. Yeah, we made it. But yeah, looking at our numbers, you can see here, like, there's a lot of different strategies to tackling the solo raid. One strategy that is always going to be solid is front-loading your damage. Because chances are, if you're like me, and you've only started playing within the last year or so, you probably don't have a ton of, like, not all of your units are going to be invested, right? And so what ends up happening is you might be tempted to try to split up all of your teams into like little weak divisions. But you could also do the different thing where you just stack all your strongest members on one team, have them deal as much damage as possible, and then worry about the rest of the 4 teams later. Fuck it. They'll be fine. That's what we ended up doing. So this was an electric raid, and last raid was also an electric raid, which meant that everyone going into this raid had a bunch of teams already prepared, right? This was really just Electric Boogaloo Part 2, when you think about it. Even my team that I'm running is actually very, very similar to the team I ran last raid. I only did a couple minor adjustments here and there. But if you look at the numbers, actually, I'll show you guys an interesting website. Show you guys an interesting website here. There's a website that tracks all the solo raids that have ever been done in Nikke. So we're on the 20th season, right? This is the one we just did. And you can see if we scroll through, I mean, not all the data is even gathered for the first couple ones. But if we can scroll through and you look at the top damage, nothing, and I mean nothing, comes close to the damage towards the bosses that we just fought. Both White Ice Dragon and Behemoth have electric weakness, and they also have the highest top damage ever, which means that electric units right now are kind of on top of the ladder. They're on top of the solo team raid damage charts. So a lot of it's thanks to Cindy, a lot of it's thanks to Rouge. They just synergize really well together. And Maiden comes out of nowhere in season 20. Maiden ends up being designed specifically for Rouge and Cindy, so that further enhances them. And so that's why this raid has been so competitive. Okay, it's been really difficult staying within the top 3%. And I know for sure that when I did my first attempt, even though I got a pretty high score, I got like 1% or something, like top 1% the first attempt I did. But within like 2 to 3 days, that dropped like very, very rapidly. And I almost fell out of top 3%. The only reason I'm still in top 3% is because I redid my attempt. I did 2 attempts on the raid, with my second attempt involving the investment of X-Maiden. A lot of this was a lot of planning was involved in this, right? My first attempt you can actually see at the top there. And Maiden was not invested yet. And I did 2.5 billion damage. Afterwards, we leveled up Maiden's dolls, got a bunch of lucky elemental rolls on her OLs, which is amazing. Also upgraded her skills to, I think it was 410-4 for her skills. Because skill 2 was the main supporting skill that allowed her to buff other electric units on the team, which meant she was buffing Cindy, Rouge, and Anise, right? It was really, really nice. Ended up getting 3.3 billion damage, and that secured our position in the solo raid. But this is really what solo raid is about. I was one of the reasons I was struggling a lot in the last couple of raids was because I was still getting used to this idea of planning out the solo raid. There's a lot that goes into it, but I would say the best strategy if you care about your score, if you care about placing, the best thing you can do is just do a bunch of mock battles. Do mock battles ahead of time, log the teams that you're doing your mock battles with, and do something similar to what I'm doing. You don't have to go this crazy, but at least like list down the characters that you're using, try to like mix and match them, and then see what the amount of damage you can get is, right? Make sure every team survives. That's like the first thing. Because a lot of teams will struggle to survive, and then you have to keep building them until you can figure something out. But generally what I'll do is I will do a trial run. Before I even submit a real score, I'll just do a bunch of mock-up battles, and I'll see like the average damage that each team can do based on like 2 to 3 runs. After that, after I know their damage, like these are estimates right here. These are the actual scores that we got, but this first run was just all estimates. And so I just put in like, oh yeah, they're getting around like 2.5 billion. They're getting around 900 million here. And then after we have all that, then we have a really good idea of how much damage we'll do, right? And that's really what it comes down to. Solo raid is about planning. You can even plan the amount of damage that you'll do ahead of time by just hopping into Nikke's like training mode and hitting the bosses that have weaknesses for your Nikkes. Like, we could prepare for water raid right now, believe it or not. That is doable. But anyway, guys, I don't want to go on it too much. Just wanted to share my process. There was a lot that went into it, you know. I also went through the trouble of counting all of my skill manuals and making sure that, given the amount of skill manuals I had, I wanted to invest in the minimum number of units. I didn't want to invest in everyone, right? I wasn't going to be stupid about this because resources are crazy limited in this game. So then I ultimately decided, like, hey, all we need to do, since our team 1 is doing the most damage, right? All we need to do is just upgrade Maiden and then slap her onto team 1. And that's going to, like, give our team the extra boost it needs. And so I did invest one of Maiden's skills to 10, but luckily I also did a lot of research, right? And on her other skills, and realized like, hey, these other skills don't need max investment. So I didn't even end up going with 410-7. I went with like 410-4, which ended up being better for us in the long run. And you know, the crazy thing about it is, like, a year from now, 6 months from now, or whatever, given the nature of gacha games and power creeps and whatnot, there's a good chance none of the units that we're using now will be the same, right? They might be overwritten, they might be replaced by better units, and so that's why the game has skill resets, right? You shouldn't be afraid to reset your skills and be flexible with whatever teams you need to build. I was really careful about it. I had skill resets from from, what do you call it? From second anniversary. Remember that shit? We had like 2 weeks of skill resets, and then they were like, hey, do whatever you want for 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, let me go reset all these units that I wasn't using. Like fucking Vesti, and like Polly, and Bay. And so I did get a lot of manuals from that, just squeezing in every little bit. And it's a lot of what I do in Nikke. I squeeze a lot to get the most value from what I need. Also, what's good, Med? Welcome in. You got top 1% for Gravedigger and top 3% for Indivilia. Love my Iron Man teams. Also, hang on guys, I'm turning on the game. Dude, I saw there was the top ranker. The top ranker for the water raid that happened 2 raids ago was apparently a Snow White user. It's kind of crazy. Like, they got rank number 1 using Snow White and just like went with the strategy that you're familiar with, right? Just bank everything on Snow White's crit, aim for the core, and just chunk like a huge amount of damage. Your team's 3 and 5 got smoked with 1 minute left. Skill reset for Maiden Thick. Feels bad, man. Fail Canceler, what's good? Synapse, what's good?
Everyone has their price, and I'm about to cash you out.
I did not write a letter to Santa Claus. But if I did, I would wish for the Nikke anime. I think the Nikke anime would be really cool. Would like to see it. Dude, I love Yan's fit. Where is she? Yeah, she got the sneakers.
Everyone has their price, and I'm about to cash you out.
I did find out one interesting thing about Yan recently. So, she's always been one of my favorite designs in the game. You don't really see a ton of her though, because her unit's not very good. But I really like this design. And I also think it's funny that her shooting pose, right? This is front side, this is back side. You can see here, there's a lot of hair happening here. A lot of hair is covering the usual view that you see in Nikke. And so I think what they did, apparently, I looked this up, was when they made her her skin for the summer event, it used to also look like that with all the hair covering it, and then they patched it in. They're like, oh hey, we noticed there was like an issue with Yan's hair, and so we decided to part it to the side. So here you go. Feel free to spend money on this one. Right? Everyone was like, thank you, Shift Up. Base devs. It's really funny. I feel like, why didn't they go back and do this for the regular one too? Right? They should apply it to both. Maybe then more people will use Yan. Yeah, do the 2025 booty patch. Caligords, welcome in. How's it going? Also, another cool thing about Yan that you might not know, according to her description, that Talentum's rise to fame can all be traced back to her. She is like the #1 woman keeping this shit afloat, just keeping it running. Actually, a girl boss, a true businesswoman, an entrepreneur. Anyway, guys, I saved all of my dailies today for stream because otherwise we wouldn't have anything to do for stream. Because solo raid's already over, and the bonus ending that we're getting for Ice Dragon Saga probably isn't very long. So I'll be doing my dailies today, and then at the end of stream we'll see the bonus ending, and then we'll head off to bed after. We're not here for a long time, just a good time.
Take as much time.
It's gonna be a
as you
shorter
like.
stream.
I'm sure you'll be more.
But hey,
than
maybe I could
happy.
show you guys the process of what it's like to do Nikke dailies. A lot of things you have to do every day for Nikke. You definitely want to clear the shop, which is what I'm doing right now. Try to buy as many things as you can.
Hello.
There's a lot of things you would want to avoid buying, but that comes with experience. Like, I don't need these gears. I definitely don't need this profile custom pack. Yo, JFat, thanks so much for the 41 months.
Just
Really
in
appreciate
time,
it. How's it
dear
going? For this body label shop, let me shrink myself. For this body label shop, you always just want to get these molds because these will allow you to pull more Nikkes.
Looks like we've got company. Are you looking
What
for
else
something?
is there?
Let me help you.
We're in a
You
pretty
can
good
take your
position,
time,
by the way.
Ninja.
They recently announced a little teaser on the Nikke Twitter. Let me pull it up really quick. Did you guys see this yet? I posted it in the Discord, but for anyone who missed it, they posted this like an hour ago. As memories are hidden deep within the heart, it seems that a certain Nikke will make her appearance soon. Over the next 3 days, a fragment of her memories will be unlocked each day. Commanders, look for clues in her memories and guess who she is. So there's an event called Her Memory Tapes. It's kind of mysterious. It's a little weird. We could zoom into these, right? This looks like the town that Red Hood was from. This is like a strange picture of Commander, like the doll Commander with the number 3. It's pretty weird, pretty strange. And then I don't know what this is. Seems to be maybe like a bed that has some photos on it, maybe? There's a 1 as well, so I'm guessing it's like 1, 3, and then I don't see a 2 on this one. No 2. Oh, 2's down here. What is this? What is that? It's like a monument or something. It seems to have the 4 emblems of all the manufacturers. You could see like I don't know if you guys can see it on stream. It's like Tetra, the Pilgrim, Elysian, and Missilis. I think that's what it is. Interesting. Yeah. Her memory tapes. I'm guessing it's Rappy. If I had to make a guess, it might be. It's likely Rappy related. Because she's supposed to get an SSR eventually, and that might be a nice opportunity for New Year's. It's like a number for each day because it's like three days, right? That makes sense. I wonder if it's gonna be voiced. Is it gonna be voiced? I want more voiced events for sure. They've been killing it with the voices. The voice acting in Nikke has been fantastic. I'm gonna hate having to go back to non-voiced events after this. Save Elysian Tower, Raffy! Raffy, please! Maid Privity can't do it alone. What if it's a new Red Hood instead? I mean, that's basically what Rappy is, right? She's just Red Hood. Either Red Hood 3.0 or Red Hood 0.5, depending on how you look at it. You guys want to see something funny, though? You know how I always, like, organize my synchro device? I have, left a spot. I've left a spot in my synchro device. Right here. See this spot? Guess who that's for? I kept it nice and warm for you. Nice seat between Rappy and Red Hood. Yeah, right here. It's ready. I'm ready, man. Well, we'll get it. For sure. Peculiar. Strange. I know, what else are we doing for dailies? We gotta do some simulation stuff. So here's all the stuff you have to do every day for Nikke. You got your arena. This is people, other players harassing you in PvP. I no longer get harassed because my account is too strong now after having dumped a considerable amount of my paychecks. So I'm pretty far ahead in levels and people don't really attack me anymore. Also, I've invested a lot in PvP units. So that's like another reason. I've specifically become unfuckwittable on purpose. Because it's not enough to just throw money at the screen. You need to like build like good team comps too, right? What we can do now is though, this is the tower. Everyone say hi tower. In tower, it's like, it rotates between each day. And currently, it's Tetra day, so we can only do the tower that allows us to use Tetra units. This is where it gets kind of difficult. As someone mentioned earlier, Elysian Tower is suffering and requires Rappy to save it, because Elysian Tower is like by far the worst out of all the manufacturers at the moment. My Tetra team happens to be pretty good because I've gotten a lot of Tetra units for whatever reason. But let's go ahead and do their cubes before we jump into this. Oh wow, I never fixed my cubes from last night. Holy crap. It's a mess. It is a complete mess. I must have been super sleepy. Just conked out afterwards, huh? Well, that's fine. That is okay. We can fix that all later. Alright, let's see. I invested so much in PvP Rapunzel, she could out-heal the white dragon dot. I didn't expect it, but it was neat. I always feel so guilty bringing a healer to like a solo raid, like a dedicated healer. It's nice having characters that like Rouge that do both, right? Tetra team's pulling way ahead, mostly on the back of Alice. Yeah, we're at the point in the game right now where people who invested in Alice, it's like finally like paying off, right? My Alice is still pretty bad, so she's not at full power yet. I always just had other units to invest in. Like, I think it's the fact that I got Red Hood. I got Red Hood, so Alice became much less of a priority because they kind of fill the same functions in a lot of content. But I think I'm gonna make it my goal to try to invest in her and Scarlet Black Shadow for the next incoming content. Because I feel like they're always gonna be relevant, right? Yeah, I would say in order of difficulty, it's like Pilgrim Tower is the least difficult because pilgrims are cracked. And then probably I want to give the advantage to Tetra. Probably Tetra gets the advantage over Missilus, just very slightly. And then Elysian is like garbage. Yeah, you could still auto on Pilgrim Tower. Pilgrim Tower is insane. The funny thing about Pilgrim Tower though, it's the hardest tower to begin with. When you're starting the game, it's the hardest tower because you don't have any pilgrims yet, so you can't actually complete the content. You'll have like one pilgrim, like one character, and they have to fight by themselves, right? Pilgrim carries hard, Crown carried me. When I got crowned, I was like, I don't see what the big deal about this character is. She doesn't seem very strong. That's because I didn't invest in her skill yet, and also I didn't have anyone that she could support yet, right? Fast forward later, and Crown's like still unstoppable. He just does everything. Every B2 wishes that they were like her. I think I got a boss next.
Make some noise.
Dang, your crown went solo into Pilgrim Tower? Yeah, look at my damage. It was all Anise. I should have left it on the screen for longer, but if you stared at that damage chart there, it was all Anise. Okay, Land Eater? I don't know if I can do this, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm going to rest a little.
Might have to destroy some of these.
A little more. Time for no water. Too salty for ya. Once I catch my breath. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it. I can do this. Time for no water.
All I gotta do is switch off to the character that's getting fired at. Love the camera rotation on this fight. It's so sick. Why don't they do this for more boss fights? Yeah, this fight will come down to whether or not we can consistently clear these QTEs. No noise! I was a fool. I didn't block. I didn't block. Luckily, we might be able to clear without her still. She's more there for emotional support. This boss only has a core that opens up later, right? Oh crap! Right, this might be GG. Never mind, we're good. Wait. What? Huh?
You may finally hit the beach and relax.
What's that one line from Invincible? Where he says like, "Were you always this weak?" He's like, "Why are you so weak?" That just happened to me. I'm like Invincible, son. Yeah, I thought you were stronger. Holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, Tetra is so strong, man. Anyway, so that's one of the things you do in Nikke. Aside from the manufacturer towers, there's also Tribe Tower. Tribe Tower lets you use any character, and you can climb this at any time of the day. You don't have to wait for a certain day of the week to do these. It also means it's like the hardest one, because it's probably the one you're going to push the hardest. I don't even know what my 310 is right now. Yeah, I thought you were stronger. Oh, fuck. No wonder I couldn't beat this. Fucking Train. Train is such an asshole. Train is such an asshole.
I'll reload right now. How do I look? Sexy, perhaps? Under the light.
Yeah, this is a wall. Sometimes I can bring Noise to beat Train, because Noise's taunt helps out a lot. But for the most part, it's pretty bullshit. It's a lot of RNG. Oh! This is the bad part, because we're not going to survive this next wave.
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my
Sonic and Nosferatu, the main big movies on the list for 2024. Yeah! Now that we finished Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim, it's really just those two. Actually, I'm doing pretty decent damage. I think I'm about to get chunked right now, though. Yep, Red Hood got chunked. Huh. Yeah. I might have to bring someone that's not Modernia, but I'll worry about this another time. That's pretty rough. When does Nosferatu come out? Was that this week or next week? Because I know Sonic is this week. I'm gonna watch Sonic. So what's that? saw that image that someone posted in 6 Hour Channel. It's like, please do not clap during the scene where where someone dies in the Shadow the Hedgehog movie. Is it Christmas for Nosferatu? Alright, here's Simulation Room. Simulation Room is supposed to be fun, conceptually. Because it's like the roguelike mode, is what they designed it as. you basically go through a bunch of different battles and you collect power-ups in every single battle until you have like a bunch of skills that you've saved up. And then you get to do this daily for a bunch of skill manuals that you can use to upgrade your skills. Now the problem is this mode is only really relevant for like 5% of the player base. It's when you're starting to play the game, it's really hard. And then you try to push it as much as possible, but you can't finish it. So a lot of beginning players will struggle with this. But after you've finished it and like it doesn't give you a challenge anymore, it's just a waste of time. Because you have to do every single battle. I mean, thank goodness they let you quick battle to save some time. But like having to pick buffs every single battle and doing all this like click work, it's just so unnecessary. It's a complaint that a lot of players have been reporting to the devs. If they had just like a one-click option to just like let us do this all at once, it would be so much better. And then you're always forced to do the last battle, unfortunately. Yeah, who is this even for? I'll tell you something else after. Because there is something that they did try to add for players who were no longer challenged. Look at that. Like, why even put me in this battle if I just decimate it like that, right?
Isn't over yet, is it? Let's go back and enjoy ourselves.
And so we got other skill rewards. Cool. Neat. What they've done to try to alleviate this issue is, you can see here, there's a thing called Start Overclock Mode. Sick music, yeah? It's pretty cool, yeah? So this is Simulation Room Overclock. And what Simulation Room Overclock is it's a harder version of Simulation Room. However, the design really hasn't changed because you're still just doing the same thing. And if you can beat it, then you could beat it every time. If you can't beat it, then you're gonna lose every time, right? It's nothing has changed except they've upped the difficulty of the missions. But you also get rewards for it. This one, luckily, you only have to do it like once every 2 weeks. And then you're good. Like you only need to do the one run and collect all your buffs, and that's it. What I kind of like about it is it has a lot of self-imposed handicaps. So how it works is you're supposed to increase the difficulty of this mode by introducing debuffs on yourself. So you can see here, there's like, oh, at the start of the battle, defensive raptors is increased by 30%. Attack of raptors is increased by 25%, right? Like, you could apply a bunch of these until your ratio goes up, and then the higher your ratio is, it goes up to like level 25. The higher your ratio is, the more rewards you get. But yeah, it really is not that interesting once you beat it. Once you've beaten it once, it's like, why are you even making me do this every single day, right? And so that's Simulation Room. It is like a failed experiment. Apparently the devs are gonna try to do something to change it, but we don't really know what yet. They did mention they're like aware of its flaws. They should give you the pre-built random Nikkes for the true roguelike experience. Yeah, I think that's also like something that is a little bit difficult about Nikke and dailies and for gacha games in general, is how much content are you expecting your players to do every day? Do you want them to be able to breeze through the content, or do you want them to struggle, right? What Nikke has done, and what the devs have attempted to do, is they'll often introduce new content that is hard. But a lot of players don't like that, because then that just means that the players who have been playing since day one can clear the hard content and get better rewards, Meanwhile, they get less rewards because all they did was like start late, right? And so I don't really know what you do about that. Like even this here, this mode used to only be intercept. You only used to have this single tab, and then you would pick the hardest level boss here, and you would fight it. And this boss would change based on the day of the week. You'd fight different bosses. So what they did was they introduced anomaly interception, which again, it's like the same as Simulation Room. It's just a harder version of interception. What is neat about anomaly interception though that I like is it's a way of farming specific materials. So if you look at the bosses here, each boss has an icon below it. So Mirror Container has a glove icon, Indivilia has an armor icon, Ultra has a helmet icon. So basically the idea is if you want to farm a specific gear to hopefully get one that fits your Nikke, you would farm them here. I usually just farm Kraken these days because I want more cubes to re-roll my gear. So I'm gonna do that now. It does suck if you have one team that's dramatically better than the rest though, because like I can get to 4 in Ultra but only 3 in Mirror Container. I think that is kind of an interesting part of it though, because it's like, who did you invest in? And like, that's gonna end up shaping your Nikkes in the future, right?
Let's finish this quickly. Under the blazing saber, strike.
Like for me, I invested in Electric, so I actually fought a bunch of Mirror Container for like months. For like 3 to 4 months, it was just me versus Mirror Container. Just farming the most amount of materials that I can. Now the thing about Kraken is like weak to wind, and it also drops like the best thing in the game in the long term. Like everyone wants rocks that Kraken drops, because rocks let you fix your gear, and it's like the #1 thing that buffs your Nikkes.
This outfit is a real threat. Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me.
Like especially after the first or like second year of playing the game, you're not gonna have a need for gear anymore. You're gonna have everyone's gear already. You just need to collect rocks. Oh wait, I'm supposed to hit this. Fuck. I might have goofed. Might have gotten a little silly. Well, how's this? I might have to redo this because I wasn't paying attention. Actually, maybe we're fine. It might be fine.
Everyone follow me.
Maybe. I think I'm like 1 rotation behind.
Let's finish this quickly.
Oh, fuck me! If you fuck that up, you have to start the whole fight over because he'll just insta-kill you. You think this is top 3 battle tracks? You like this one? I don't know what it is about this track that makes it sound so piratey. It's got the sound of the pirates all over it. Also, I did the wrong super. It's actually bad if I do Red Hood super for my team here, because I end up killing it too fast. I have to slow down my damage, or else it fucks up the boss's like skill rotation. And for me, I have to use my uninvested Scarlet's super first. I never got to fight the original version of this boss, like when it was originally revealed, but I think it was during during Helm's event, right? Helm and Mass and Anchor.
finish this quickly.
Yeah, we got the gold version for the summer event, that's right.
Render all asunder.
Oh fuck. I might have goofed.
Need a sharper sword.
Playing so sloppy.
Under the light of the kingdom.
We'll see how it goes. Usually I barely clear this, as I started just getting up to phase 5 like within the last week.
Finish this quickly.
It's still pretty sketchy, we might have to redo this a couple times.
Someone is shooting kill.
This outfit is a real trap.
That Sakura should be really good against this boss. I mean, she's basically like designed for it, right? I want to go back and look at her stats when they did her raid and see how much damage she was contributing.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Someone is shooting kill.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Render all asunder.
Core's gonna break here. We're gonna have to do that QTE again.
This is pretty close to our practice drills. Time out.
There we go. Oh fuck, I messed up, I messed up. I messed up. It's fine. Usually what you want to do now is you want to make sure to hit these now. They're a lot squishier. After the core is exposed, you could break the tentacles a lot easier.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me.
And then you get to focus the core now, while the tentacles are down.
I'm on my way.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Your eyes, someone is shooting kill.
4 seconds? We're not gonna make it. Gotta redo. I just want to invest in Sakura because I have Tatsu's current cop and can't figure out who she would even replace. I think for this boss, if this is the boss you want to beat,
Under the light of the kingdom.
I heard Alice Scarlet's the best combo. Like Alice Scarlet could get you the phase 9 if you play it properly.
Under the light of the kingdom.
That's like way down the line though. That's like if you have them all fully maxed, right? Best gear, best stat rolls.
This uniform is so comfortable.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me.
Are they gonna do the barrier here?
Time out.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Okay.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow
Oh
me.
fuck. I was a little late to that. Hopefully it doesn't cost us.
This outfit is a real trap. Under the light of the kingdom.
Wipe them out and head back.
I don't know if you guys caught that, but there was a point where I only had 2 shots left of Red Hood, and I had to build up enough meter to gain burst, so I actually held down my charge shot for longer just to do that. It's like little things you have to do in Nikke that are like reactionary, I guess.
Let's finish this quickly.
Like, the game actually plays really fast.
Render all asunder.
So that's something that I've come to realize after doing a lot of like solo raid sweating. There's a lot of things you have to do on the fly.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me.
The decisions you make when you have 0 time to make them.
It's a real trap.
I'm on my way.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me.
I don't know about all this. 32 seconds. 20 seconds.
Under the light of the kingdom. Oh, everyone follow me.
I think now we just focus the core. It should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Phase 5. Barely, right? I barely got it at the very end. And sometimes, even if you do your best, it doesn't even guarantee that you're gonna get anything good. I didn't get any bonus rewards here, right? I only got the usual box, but I didn't get any rocks. You can see here my Scarlet's like a little ahead of the Red Hood, and Red Hood's fully maxed out. She's like on 10, 10, 10. That's how much like elemental weakness matters. Anyway, let's see. So, since we finished the run, the game is nice enough to give us a quick battle for the remaining attempts. So, it just says, hey, whatever your best attempt was, we'll repeat that attempt for free. We'll use up stamina, but you get to save yourself some time. No, give me a rock, please!
Commendable battle. But
No
I desire
rocks
stronger
today!
opponents
Oh,
next
fuck
time.
off! Fuck off! All that effort. Anyway, so that's the daily grind. Got rocked. Get so rocked. No, I'm gonna do the hard mode stuff at the end of the stream. We'll just end on that. Not gonna do a long stream. I'm super tired.
What are your orders?
I'm running on like 2 to 3 hours of sleep after yesterday's solo raid.
I may be a mass production
I stayed up so
model,
late.
but I will do my best.
Soldier FA, awaiting your order.
Campaign hard mode? Oh fuck no, dude. Campaign hard mode is like really hard to catch up on. I am sitting at like maybe chapter, like Nihilistus chapter? Like 20?
Please.
It's the same thing. Like if you imagine there was like a chapter 40, that is essentially what Nikke's hard mode is. You just take the chapters that are in the game and you double them. Like a chapter 34 is the normal route, right? Hard mode is basically if there was a chapter 68 in terms of difficulty. Yo, what's good,
Let's go
Glitch?
find
Welcome
something
in.
delicious, old-timer.
We're about to check out the ending for this year's Christmas event. Look, I got one rock. One measly rock. For my troubles. What else? What else? I need to do advice sessions. Finally, I'm not missing something? I think it's because we've usually been doing it at the beginning, huh? Oh yeah, so here's the fun social aspect of Nikke. You get to advise your Nikkes. You get to go talk to him. Have some quality time together. So every time you advise your Nikkes, you not only have a chance of unlocking better stats for them. Each rank they will increase in stats, but also you'll get a little nice story too. These stories will be split up into multiple parts. So we're going to advise these characters one by one. Well met, my lord. Fancy a drop or two? Sure, I'll have a drink. So you gotta tell them what they want to hear. You gotta be the Rizzler. Scarlet's a drunk and likes drinking, so it's very easy to know what she wants. Excellent, as a good lord should. Looks like you know how to have a little fun after all. Have a cheerful time with Scarlet. Yeah, you gotta rizz her up. Rizz your Nikkes. If you want to speed up the process, then you could send them gifts, but that will make you miss out on the advice sessions. And the advice sessions you don't want to miss out on because they're pretty funny. They're pretty hilarious sometimes. I gotta do Red Hood. Hey, guess what I'm describing? It's white and supple and feels tender to the touch. Snow? Close, but no cigar. No! What are you talking about? I got baited. It's Snow White when she's sleeping. Oh, okay, maybe I did get it right. Maybe I did get it right. See, every once in a while, I find myself thinking about her. I really do miss her more than anything. Red Hood and I absent-mindedly stare up at the sky for a while. Okay, you know the answer is correct if you get 120 points compared to the usual 100. Yeah, it's crazy! Red Hood, like, just appears in present day for a short while. Just a little bit. Just fucks off right after. I do Ludmilla. So Ludmilla is, she's gonna be super important for the upcoming raid. That is like probably a month from now, as we speak right now. The words coming out of my mouth to you. Probably a month is when the next raid comes, and it's gonna be a water weakness raid. Like, guarantee it. You're gonna have to use Christmas Guillotine. You're gonna have to use Ludmilla. You're gonna have to use Escape Quincy. Which is crazy, because I think the raids before these electric ones that we've been getting was also a water raid, I believe. See, I left some pamphlets in the hot spring in the front of the entrance to the dormitory. It wasn't easy collecting all the information to put inside. Which sections did you find most interesting, servant? Let's see. Effects of the hot springs, or the hot springs history. We had a water raid when E. Quincy came out. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because she was right before, right? Da-da-da. Yeah, and some of these are pretty tricky. I think she is also the type to appreciate the history. She's a noble woman who would enjoy that type of study. We'll go with A, the hot springs history. May I ask why? I found it fascinating how this place has been enjoyed by people who prioritized a quality lifestyle. Ha, you really paid attention. That's my favorite section as well. Personally, I think I'm very much in line with that tradition. I studied the line of the hot springs with Ludmilla. Nice. Study, you say? Yeah, study. Something I was never great at. Because I didn't have fun strip games. Strip studying would have been fun. You ever see those movies where characters will like study together? And then they'll be like strip studying. It's like, oh, if you answer correctly, I'll take off an article of clothing. And then it gets out of control real fast. Oh boy. Yeah, strip study group meetup. Only in the movies. Do you prefer comedies or tragedies? Tragedies, right? Definitely tragedies. If it's Arya, out of all people. Every writer has their magnum opus. In my opinion, most of those tend to be tragedies. If the writing is up to par, tragic stories appeal to me more. Ari and I discussed what kinds of operas we prefer. Interestingly, the English voice actor for Arya is actually the same one that does Anis's voice.
Your singing may not be perfect, but it inexplicably makes my heart race.
You hear it,
How
right?
about you? Do I make your heart race?
It's like a pompous Anis. Pompous Michelle Marie. And so yeah, since we did level her up that time, that means we get a new episode for her story. And we're gonna go ahead and do that episode. The answers, you have dialogue choices in these episodes, but they don't really matter. They don't, like, your answer doesn't affect anything. I say what I think I get wrong most of the time. It's a fun way of understanding your Nikkes too, because after like 20 advice sessions, you definitely get a better feel of what they're about, right? And it's like you get to get behind what makes the character click, like what the writers intended the character to be. It's a nice way of getting to know your characters on a daily basis, I think. Not to mention they can send you text messages. I haven't received any text messages for a while since I think I I went through all the content already. But it would be nice to get a text message from my Nikkes. I think they text message you if you don't play the game for a while. They'd be like, we miss you. Where have you been? By the way, here's a coupon on your next shop purchase. You can get 20% off on your next order. Group texts are great. They're really good. I love the group messages. Still don't understand Gremlin. I mean Drake. Drake is really confusing. Drake confused me for so long until I realize she's kind of like, she's a hero that wants to be a cool villain, but she's definitely like incapable of being a real villain because she's too much of a hero. So she'll be like, yeah, let's do something bad today. And then you'll be like, yeah, let's go like punch some kids or something. She's like, what? Why would you do such a thing? That's terrible. And then she'll offer some suggestion like, yeah, let's give them candy so that they'll ruin their teeth. But then what she really wants to do is just make the kids happy by giving them candy. And then they're like, oh wow, Drake, you're the best. Yeah, she wants to be an anti-hero, I guess. She's masquerading as a villain, yeah. Once you understand that, it's like pretty obvious with her. She's like a moron. Let's see. The premiere of the Opera Sophia just came to a close. The attendees are filling out of the opera house. Let's see what they have to say. What did you think of Aria singing today? To be honest, I was a bit apprehensive. The finest crooner in the entire arc playing a hack singer. I wasn't sure if that was possible. But I have to say, Aria is really a talented singer. That got me thinking though. Why did they have to make the protagonist a singer with no talent? They should have just changed a few things to make it suit Aria. The Opera Sophia is garnering rave reviews. Aria, the opera singer playing the titular character, has been singled out for her show-stopping performance, which made up for the fact the entire opera was about an inept singer. Turn off the TV. Thank you. Otherwise, I would have screamed. Tatsu. I know it's unprofessional, but I'm thinking of walking away from Sophia. The main theme of the piece has been compromised because of me. Staying would be an injustice both to the original composer and everyone else. Not at all the entire troupe has benefited from you being in the play. Sure, financially. But if they were real artists, they would be criticizing me right now. If they aren't, then I'm disappointed in them. I'm sorry, but can I have a moment alone? I need some time to organize my thoughts. I'll leave. Sure. That night in the commander's room. I don't get it. What's the problem? Her performance was a huge success. She's a critical darling. How come she's so down in the dumps? Tortured soul of an artist or something like that. Is there any way we can help her? It'd be one thing if she wanted help improving her singing, but to make her singing worse... Actually, there might be something. Ever heard of gaslighting? It was such a screenshot moment. When you degrade a person enough, they'll eventually be so beaten down that they'll believe it as truth. In other words, we have to shatter Aria's confidence. Sounds kinda mean. Hey, it's what she wants. We're just helping out. The question is, what's the best way to take her down a peg? We need to put her in an unhealthy state mentally. Like how you feel when your personality changes after becoming a Nikke. But Arya is already a Nikke. What else can we do for her? We can send her somewhere where people don't know where the first thing about opera. A place where no one recognizes her. Like some hole-in-the-wall dive bar in a back alley. Then, she'll become a nobody, just like Sophia. Imagine her singing in a bar, and all she gets are people telling her to shut up as they holler for another round. She'll be practically invisible, even if she doesn't want to be. None of this sounds very healthy. Agreed. I suppose we don't really have to take it that far. Yes. Huh? If it'll get me what I want, I'm willing to do anything. I've never sung at a bar of any kind. It'll make for a new experience. Things might get rough. It's fine. The idea I originally had in mind was even worse. However, since you've come up with something better, let's do it. If you say so, let's go together. This story's so goofy. I can't suck enough, boss. Yeah, it's like Arya's just like trying to get in touch with what it's like to be a normie. Someone without talent. It's a shame there's not much story stuff for Arya. Because the main two characters that get the most attention from her squad are Noise and Volume. Like, Volume was just featured in the recent event. Noise is like basically the best waifu of their squad amongst fans. Also has like the most costumes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's not enough Arya content. I hope we get more Arya someday. Makes you wonder what the heck Arya was thinking of, if she was thinking of doing something worse than that. Committing crimes is bad. What if someone gets hurt? So true. So true. I've been really liking Crow's story. Crow's story is like I just want to know what the hell's up with her, and it's been revealing a lot of why she is the way she is, right? Also, Super did walk on. Hate Crow. Fuck Crow. I want to box her. No. She doesn't even. She won't even fight you. That's the thing. Crow never fights. That's the craziest part about her. She is like a manipulator. She will only have other people do her dirty work. She'll never actually fight herself. Oh, the misery. That's why Uni got hit. Like, everyone's hating Uni and shit. They're like, oh, fucking fuck Uni. Like, they're comparing her to Crow and everything. And I'm like, dude, bro, the puppeteer strings are right there. You just don't see them. You just don't see them. See, Tatsu, let me ask you one thing. Say you have a bottle filled with disgusting little maggots. Would you use wash and reuse that bottle? Or would you just burn it? I think she would burn it. She's about burning. Like, this is everything when you play a Persona game, like you play Persona 5, and then the thing that they're teaching in the classroom scene like directly correlates with whatever's happening in the fucking story at the time. That is what's happening with Crow. She's like, hey, under the event that, something was corrupt or filthy and didn't deserve to be in the ark. I mean in the planet. Like, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should burn it, or do you think we could salvage it? He's like, yeah, probably burn it. Right? It's no different in the ark. Burning something is faster than cleaning. I share a deep conversation with Crow. SMT has a landing question. It really is. It kind of is, though. We might be running out of advice sessions to do. We got Marciano and Maiden and Guillotine too. Let's go. Let's do Maiden. She's about to hit level 8. Maiden closes her eyes and recalls the past. Commander, Which do you think is more important? Damage dealers or supporters? From Maiden's point of view... Okay, from Maiden, she is someone that you have to consider. She plays a lot of MMOs. And she tends to play them very optimally. In ways that involve using team members and teamwork. The type of person to answer damage dealers is really the type of person who would only start playing MMOs, right? Like supports are so underappreciated. It's supporters, of course. Impressive. Yeah! The only reason damage dealers can shine is thanks to the supporter taking care of everything in the background. Never forget that. A party only runs smoothly because of a supporter. Maiden proceeds to tell me more about the greatness of being a supporter.
Shall I let you in on a little
Tatsu playing Rivals is gonna color
I'm
it.
going to be the commander's main heroine.
It's true. The team falls apart so fast without a good support in Rivals. In any game, really. Darksider, what's good? Welcome in. Yeah, she's weird though, because she's like a B3 support. She's like a support in a slot that would usually have like offensive units, right? Guillotine closes her eyes and recalls the past. So, even this world that I thought was perfect has flaws. It's just, there isn't any social media. A terrible blow indeed. We've been left without any means to suppress our madness. You should consider quitting social media. You're clearly an addict. I think she likes the first answer. Guillotine's kind of like easy to please because you just have to match her form of speech. Anytime you talk exactly like her, that's usually the answer that she wants. We're gonna go with A. A terrible blow indeed. We've been left without any means to suppress our madness. Oh well. I had not planned on having to resort to this method. But, will you keep watch for a moment? Guillotine began scribbling under the Laplace statue. Guillotine de Mephisto, the hero, was here. Madness can be suppressed when witnessed by many. This should keep it at bay. She's resorted to graffiti and vandalism. I teach Guillotine about proper etiquette when in public spaces. Afterwards, we clean up the writing on the statue together. Oh, that's funny. It's like, yes. This is how I awaken the demon inside. Yeah, Drake would have thrown hands over the graffiti just now. The graffiti that she just did, Drake would have fought her on the spot. Let's see. Have you heard of parfait? It's a layered dessert made with a variety of fruit, fresh cream, and custard. Let's see, I have, but I've never tried it. Do you want to go try some together? Or I have, they're delicious. You should try it the next time you get a chance. I think we gotta go together, right? Yeah, let's go together. The vibe I get from Marciana, she's kind of cute. She's like a teacher and has to play a teacher role, but there's a lot of things that she's curious about and things that she wants to like do with the students. Like she wants to hang out and like eat parfaits with them and live out her youthfulness, right? Oh, I'd like that. I talk about various desserts of Marciana. Yeah, she's a teacher of the school that has like there's an entire plot line in Nikke that's basically like Battle Royale, like the film Battle Royale, where they just send out all these Nikkes to like fucking kill raptors and then see who survives. Yeah, so she's leading that school. It's kind of crazy. It's like super traumatizing. It's the same event where like Tia, Naga, Ain, and Zwei and Rai come from. And they constantly like see their classmates die and stuff, and they're like, well, what do we do? Like, it's just part of the curriculum. We just gotta make it out alive and hope that our friends are still here next year. Also, I guess we do, running out of choices, but maybe I could finish out Helms? It's unfortunate none of the collab units have advice sessions. And I think this is actually tied to the story of Nikke. There have been events in Nikke that have implied that these advice sessions and the commander's bond with the Nikkes is like enhancing their stats as part of the lore. Like there's something about like him bonding with them that's actually referenced in the story. It's like, oh yeah, it's really important. Only some people know about it, about what's really going on under the hood. But it's like optimizing the Nikke's potential. See, are any of these actual outfits in the game? Let me see. What's this? Ooh, what's this? These are not outfits in the game. These are not, but sometimes they do bring in some of these outfits. What is this for? It's a pop-up shop event. I like seeing all the Nikkes in different outfits. I'm seeing Leader especially. Leader and Guillotine. Nice. I interpret it as him helping them deal with their trauma makes them focus better, and that's baffling to other people. They're like, whoa, you would help a Nikke? Let's go advise Pepper. Pepper lunch. It's very gloomy in the hospital these days. It feels like everyone's down in the dumps. I feel depressed as well. I can't shake the feeling. What can I do to change the atmosphere? You should dance to cheer them up, or you should change your gloomy hospital lights for brighter ones. I think the hospital lights sounds more appropriate. It is a hospital still, right? Like, I want to say this one. It'll make the environment brighter and less gloomy. That's the main problem, right? By creating a brighter center. The lights? Huh. Come to think of it, it looks like the lighting has become dimmer. I'll change it immediately. Yeah, let's go! Help Pepper out with the atmosphere at the hospital. Yeah, you know when you're like in a gloomy room or a gloomy like workplace environment, and then you can feel it, right? Just gotta change out the lights, add a bit of luminosity. Got one more. Might as well just do Anchor, huh? I don't know much about Anchor. All I know is she likes starfish, and then Helms hates starfish. So every time like they have an encounter, it's like Helms just like screaming for her life. And Anchor's like, what's the big idea? It's just a starfish. Captain, I'm so sleepy. See if we can end our session early. You can take a nap in my bed if you want. I feel like the first one seems like more of a gentleman decision. but it's clearly the bed option. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Gage, you think it's bed? First one's a coward's way out. You think it's bed as well? It's Anchor though. I don't think she's necessarily thinking that we're like hitting on her. She just says she's eepy. She's like, oh, you can just borrow my bed. Well, why not? Yeah, what happens if we take a nap on my bed if you want? You can take a nap on my bed if you want. Would that be okay? Thanks. I spent all day yesterday watching seaweed and barely got any sleep. I land to anchor my bed so she can catch up on some sleep. Yo, let's go! This is a counselor's room, and as such, this is a place of relaxation for you. You get to relax here. By all means. Also, feel free to use my shower, as everyone else does. Because none of the other showers in the outpost are working. Alright, so that was the advice sessions. After that, there's one more thing we have to do. And that is the elevator. The elevator lets you unlock new Nikkes. There's like a handful that you have to like, what's the word I'm looking for? You have to like rehabilitate them. And one of them that I'm working on right now is a pilgrim heretic Nikke named Nihilister. Heretic Nikke. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up the dailies. Only thing we're missing now is the Ice Dragon Saga stuff. So let's jump into that. Actually, did I get my coins yet? Let me get my coins. Get my gems. Yeah, I gotta do my Outpost events still. Definitely. Did you guys want to do that? Just squeeze them in. I don't know how many I have. Okay, here's the text messages. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Here's the text messages. It keeps them logged for as long as you've played. You can always revisit these past convos you've had. A lot of them are pretty funny. Some of them are philosophical. Most of them are funny though. Like 90% of them. Haunted Outpost event? I think I'm actually running out of Outpost events ever since I've Oh, I see. I've unlocked a few new Nikke, so I guess they have unlocked ones for Marciana and Crow and Scarlet. We can do cats and dogs. You guys want to do cats and dogs? Cats and dogs featuring Marciana. I met Marciana to go over some work matters, and we're taking a walk together. We have a good amount of time before the next joint assessment, so there's no need to feel rushed. Thanks for all the help! It's nothing. Just doing my job. Do you want to eat something before we go back in? We have some time left before the exam, but maybe not that much, so I'll just head back. Sniff sniff. Hmm? Sniff sniff. Oh. That's far enough, you guys. The dogs gaze at Marciana with adoration and excitement. Hey, Biscuit. Hello. Out for a walk? Yep. I wanted to try a new path. Hey there, Marciana. Hello, Biscuit. The dogs seem to be fans of you, Marciana. The dogs continue to stare at Marciana with unbridled exuberance. They certainly do. These guys are instinctively drawn towards animal lovers. Do you like dogs by any chance? I don't dislike them. That's great. Since we bumped into each other, why don't we take a walk together? I'm fine with that. Oh, I usually... Biscuit and the dogs all regard Marciana eagerly. I suppose it'll be possible for a little. That is her entire character, huh? She's like weak to cute things. A cat brushes up against Marciana's leg. Also, does Marciana have a belly piercing? That's so funny. That's insane. That is straight up yeah, that is straight up a belly piercing. What are you doing all the way out here? Hey, Nero. Hey, Scoops. Marciana. Biscuit. Hello. Hi, Nero. Let's see, have you started going on walks too? As if. I came out because my new friend wanted to go outside, and we ended up all the way here. It appears we've wandered pretty far out, so we should be getting back. The feline clearly has no intention of leaving Marciana's side. Looks like she's taken a fancy to you, Marciana. She's saying she'll go back once Marciana plays with her. Sorry? Fortunately, I brought a cat toy just in case something like this happened. You're more than welcome to use it. The cat eyes light up as soon as she sees the toy. But Nero, Marciana is already joining us for a walk. You won't have to play with her for long. Just a few minutes, then you can be on your way. But the dogs are really chomping at the bit to play too. I see. This is why it's called Cats and Dogs. Both the cats and dogs cling to Marciana, with neither side willing to budge an inch. Looks like we've got a bit of a stalemate. Marciana, you're gonna have to make a decision. Seems so. Everyone glances at Marciana in anticipation. Commander? Help me out here. Sorry, can't help you. In the end, Marciana went for a walk with the dogs. At the same time, she played with the cat using a drone. Only after she played with every last animal was she able to return home. Oh, she's cute. Nice little fun event. She's weak to the animal criddlings. Anyway, off to the main story. Off to the main event.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure?
Oh, we gotta do this too. Is Maiden out yet? She's not out. When is she out? The 18th? Isn't that today? It's so weird that she's not out yet.
Shall we go on a rampage?
Termination!
Termination!
Yeah, I wanted to try out Maiden. Might as well do it for real then. Yeah, so the farthest I've gotten in this minigame was I think I got like 100,000 points. With guillotine. It gets pretty crazy. It gets like almost RNG heavy at the end. One, two. Yeah, I really like this minigame. I hope they can add it to the arcade scene so I can play it in my free time. Whoopsie. shouldn't be a problem.
Termination. Termination.
Oh wait, I didn't mean to tap left twice. That was a mistake. I goofed. Sometimes I play better once I only have one life left though. I don't know what it is. It's like that X Factor comeback thing that some players in fighting games have. Like something in their brain just clicks and they're like, oh, I'm not allowed to make any mistakes? Okay, easy. I'm just gonna not make any mistakes then. And then they just proceed to play like a god. Nice. Whoa! I almost died. Man, I usually just try to make sure to get at least the money bags. Like, it's okay to skip some stuff, but never skip the money bags or the treasure chests. Whew. That was pretty scary. These areas are nice too. When you know there's like a row that doesn't have anything like going across, you just use it as like a rest point. And use it to wait until you can figure out the pattern for the next move. There's really like no penalty for waiting. Otherwise this would be a very different game. Oh! Oh, that was close. Oh, fuck me. Just gotta keep going. Oh! That was so close. Ah, I should have went down. That was my bad.
A strategic retreat to ensure our future.
I should have went down right there.
Did you see that? This is
Well,
the power
not bad for a
of
single
Guillotine
attempt.
de Mephisto.
I've been getting a lot bolder with like
One of
the jumps I make because I find that the faster I play, the more runs I can finish in a single day.
Are you ready ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Dun,
I
dun,
can
dun.
feel it.
You'd be surprised how
Power of
generous like your
fate.
hitbox is too. Like your hurt
I
box.
can feel it.
It's
The
like playing a
power of
freaking
fate.
Toho game.
Frigid world.
Like it
One of
looks like
foreboding and desolation.
a lot of things are dangerous, but really
Are you ready
the
to set off on our
chance
adventure,
that you can get
partner?
hit by a lot of things is really low.
A frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation.
I guess we should do the challenge first.
I can feel it.
Oh
The
wait,
call
hang on,
of
what's this?
fate. Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Frogger Erasure? It's the Crossy Chicken. Every time Med says the Crossy Chicken. Crossy Chicken like.
That concludes today's lesson. I can feel it.
Alright, here we go
The call
guys.
of
We're
fate.
gonna start grinding through hard
Frigid
mode.
world.
At the end of hard
One
mode
of
there's gonna be a
foreboding
bonus
and
scene
desolation.
for the events. Yeah! Oh, cool! Edgelord Guillotine. Gotta finish 1-1. That's what I'm doing. Dun, 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 dun. It's Crossy Chicken. Wait, Med! Did you know about Crossy Chicken before Frogger? Do you know what Frogger is?
Monsters away.
Which came first, the Crossy Chicken or the Frogger?
I promise I'll be right back.
You know Frogger? On the Nikke Subway Surfers minigame? Yeah, did you know it? Did you know Frogger after or before
All
Crossy
adventure
Chicken though?
starts now.
Crossy Chicken's what speaks to me? I guess that's fair. That's fair. It's like how people say, it's like how people say Spelunky instead of Spelunker. Even though Spelunker is like the original, right? They're like, oh yeah, I love Spelunky.
Can I
Spelunky
blow
like.
everything up?
Where do you even go to get Spelunker? There's an HD version on Steam. I think it's like 4 players. It fucks. I would wishlist it if possible. Like you guys should wishlist it. I have a copy already. I
Perfect performance.
think it's called Spelunker Party or something like that.
Time to sing not on stage, but on the battlefield.
I forget if it's only 2-player or if you could play it with 4. I think you could play with 4 people. And you just traverse through dungeons together. It's 80% off? How much is it USD? After all the calculations. 6? Oh, yo!
Pitch perfect performance.
I gotta show you. We gotta do an intermission. I'll do an intermission while I continue resuming these missions. Spelunker on Steam. So this is like one of my favorite games of all time. This Spelunker. Imagine a platformer with like the most pathetic protagonists, where even if you like fall off a ledge that's like 3 feet high, your character will die from shock. That is what Spelunker is. It is dangerous, perilous dungeon crawling. Yeah, like you will die from falling too far a height. This would be a really fun game to play on stream together with friends, man. You get to customize your dudes too. Yeah, you basically try to collect treasures and keys to make it at the end of each zone. I also have like pets that give you passives. Befriend pets and explore deeper caves. There's also ghosts in this game. There's these ghosts and you have to use your Ghostbuster gun to scare them away. Dun, 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 dun. That's super cute. I love this game. It's amazing. 80% off is crazy. Yeah, it's only like 57 reviews on Steam. It's like very low profile game. Well, the original series was called Spelunker.
I promise I'll be right
And it was like this really old game with much more primitive graphics.
Wow, what a wonderful explosion that was today. I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10.
They're not exactly
Wouldn't you?
comparable though, because you don't exactly die from like pathetic jumps in Spelunky. Spelunky's kind of become its own thing. Like Spelunky is closer to Vagante in DNA.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Also, I need to buy some stamina.
A frigid world. One of foreboding.
New Grounds
and
Flash
desolation.
game. Dun, dun, dun. Let me get all these. We'll just unlock it all now and figure out what we need to buy after. 'Cause I think I want to get a copy of Neve. I'm gonna get her. Oh, they even sell memory film these days? I definitely need this. That's what lets you watch older events that are no longer active in Nikke. They still give them out for free though, right?
I can feel it. The call of fate. A frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation.
Let's see. Da-da, da-da. I was worried I would never catch up on my memory films because
My blood is
you'd have to
starting
wait so long
boil.
to actually catch up. There's too many events I've missed. I'm sad. This might be the last time I see this RPG squad together.
Wow,
I don't know if
what a
there's any other
wonderful
content that I could like
explosion that was today.
use this team in.
I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10. Wouldn't you?
This might be the last time I'm with the RPG girls.
Aggro roll for a second.
Normal sim room.
Does anyone need a push?
Too bad there's not a 5th party member that gets along with them. And then I can have 5 party members. Arya doesn't look bad with them, to be honest. She looks like a priestess. Romantic Saga 2 is 25% off too.
Commander,
Not bad.
our adventure starts now.
Not bad, not bad. I did enjoy the demo of that game when I played it.
I've been waiting for this moment.
It definitely leaves you at a place where you want like more.
You took the aggro roll for a second.
Yeah, I want to see what's up with the lineage system. I want to see more of the lineage stuff. Passing down skills to the next generation.
Let me recharge my mana.
The sound, the song of victory is here. I'm going in.
Man, I'm gonna go to bed early today, chat. Gonna get some shut-eye for once.
I'll go once I fix it.
Haven't been sleeping
Cover me for a
too
moment.
healthily. Solar Raid got me all stressed, man.
The sound, the song of victory is here.
Go to bed early and get up and watch Kraven the Hunter. I gotta watch Sonic tomorrow.
Let's have a blood.
I am watching Sonic tomorrow, actually. Got 2 hours of sleep this morning.
For a moment.
Then I came back from work and slept another 2. You know what's bad is like I've been exercising at the gym and stuff and like working out, and you definitely feel when you don't have a full night's rest at the gym. Like, I did not. I was not ready. It was a mistake. So you're saying there's a chance? No! No one said that!
Wow, what a wonderful
What are you
explosion
talking
that was
about?
today. I would give it a perfect 10 out of 10. Wouldn't you?
What does that even mean
do
in this conversation? Hey, you guys! Now you know. Now you have the curse glitch. You have the same curse that I have. It's on you now. You'll forever think of that stupid ad every time someone says that phrase. Thought that ad died? No, it lives on within our hearts forever. Unfortunately. Not even. I'm gonna think of you. You're gonna think of the original cursed one. I was the first victim. Hey yo, Ice Dragon! White Ice Dragon. It's so weak still, even on hard mode.
Drop the beat.
At least we'll get to see Guillotine's burst.
Won't stop until the day my life ends. Time to bring down the curtain on this epic saga.
Bring down the curtain on this epic saga! Do it now, Brawly! Oh, that's pretty easy.
Sound the song of
Alright guys,
victory is
here comes the scene. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea where this is gonna go.
Everything ended favorably, thanks to you.
We're back with Ingrid. Can Maiden be redeployed for missions now?
Yes, you and I have vouched for her on separate occasions, so the higher-ups won't interfere anymore. This incident reminded them of the importance of Guillotine having a backup.
That's a relief.
The important thing is that, thanks to this incident, both Guillotine and Maiden have moved on.
Yeah!
I don't know what happened inside that simulation, but I am deeply grateful to you.
You love to hear it. Wow, Ingrid thanking someone? Maybe pigs do fly.
Didn't I tell you before? The central government wouldn't let me participate in this operation due to an inability to remain partial. That's why I asked for your help.
By the way, where are Guillotine and Maiden?
Guillotine should be...
Oh, it's time to catch up with our girl?
Guillotine, don't just stand there. Why don't you
Huh?
come inside?
Chloe's alive?
Can I?
Chloe's still... What?
It's been ages since I last contacted you.
Yo!
Have you forgotten? I have the eyes of sacred truth.
Yeah, this is the
I
girl
can
that
look into
taught
the
her
hearts of
everything
other
about
people.
being a chunie.
I know why you couldn't come see me. You were guilty. You felt that you had hurt me. And that meeting me would somehow cause history to repeat itself.
Dang, she calls it just as it is, too.
But aren't you afraid? If you get close to me, you might get hurt again.
Afraid? Why would a member of the association fear a friend? You and I are on the same team! Are you going to stand there hesitating all day? Come inside! I've been waiting for this day. The day where the one with the lethal eye would appear. Fate has brought you and me together. Who are we to deny it? So stop running away and come here.
I know they're not gonna do it, but part of me does wish that they show Chloe. That she's not just like a voice, right? Like, I want to see her full face. Because we've seen her portrait and everything, like her character model, but it's always like the face is always covered, right? And it kind of gave the event an ominous type of feel. Like it's like this mysterious girl that's in Guillotine's memories. But yeah, it's like, if you just show the face, man, make her an NPC, make her a living, breathing character of the world, that would have been really nice.
It has been a while, and I want to see your face.
All right then. It has been a while.
You haven't changed a bit since I last saw you.
You have changed a lot.
Oh?
I guess I've aged a bit. Now I'm a proper adult.
Are you now?
Has it really been that long?
So, Guillotine,
Yeah, how long was she in the
did you
coma?
complete your great adventure?
Great adventure, you say? Of course, my friend. Not only did I finish it, but I got the best ending.
Oh, how exciting! Can you tell me about it?
It's crazy because
Of
she just
course.
straight up played.
You are worthy
Her
of
story.
hearing the conclusion to this epic tale. The Ice Dragon Saga. All right. I shall begin the tale of my Guillotine de Mephisto's great adventure.
It's like your D&D campaign coming to life.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Ice Dragon Saga end.
Are you ready?
Oh, there's more? Maiden scene now?
Yes. I've memorized the strategy you sent back to front.
Yo, Maiden's back with the gamer
Alright.
group.
Let's wait for the other party members.
Pog? She's gonna
Other
make up
party
with
members? I thought it was just the two of us for this raid.
Don't you remember? Both of us shouted at the top of our lungs. We've still got one raid left for us to clear. Our fight is just beginning. Maiden, this time we'll see this raid through. To the very last phase. Together.
Oh man, I don't get to see it though! No! I guess it's an implied good ending. It means Trony and Ellig are on the way. And they're gonna make up off screen. Wow, good ending for everyone involved. I didn't expect Chloe to be alive. And her existence in the event at all definitely gave Guillotine a lot more depth as a character. It's like, here's why she's behaving the way she does, right? Here's where she got all her mannerisms. Overall, pretty damn good event. Good vibes
I
event.
can feel it. The call of
I
fate.
especially liked the development
world.
between
One
Maiden
of
and
foreboding
Guillotine,
and
and them
desolation.
being able to like finally interact without holding back, right? They were finally authentic with each other. Should we do this first? Probably this. New Nikke.
Sleepy.
I know she was like one of
Let me
the.
know if you see a polar bear.
I think she was one of the earlier ones they gave out for free, right? Let's get these skill manuals. Hopefully I can afford everything. I don't know how much of that is going to change with the inclusion of Neve. Da-da. Yeah, we should be fine. Or no! Okay, I have to wait a couple more days to get this Ice Dragon Saga title. Yeah, we have to grind out the next couple of days. Unless... Wait, I haven't done these yet. Never mind. We might be fine. These will give us a ton of gold. Jesus! Okay, never mind. Let me head back
Are
to
you
the
ready
shop.
To set off on our adventure, partner?
This game was kind of shameless, but wait, what happened? What happened? Shameless what? What did you see? Abnormal. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, the tits? Don't worry about the tits.
A frigid world.
It ain't about the
One of
tits, it's about
foreboding and
the heart and
desolation.
soul of the writing. There's so much going on past the tits, you just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, first time. I think we're wrapped up for the day though, chat. We are finally done
Are you ready to set off on our
with
adventure,
Ice Dragon
partner?
Saga. I'm a little disappointed they didn't include
I can
maidens
feel
today
it.
for the
The call of fate.
for Dragon Dungeon Run. I don't know if the time zone is just like weird or something. Oh wait, here she is. Interesting. Was it because I didn't complete hard mode yet? Maybe that's what needed to be done.
Initiating the
Wait, I want to try her out. Perfect run. Holy shit. Holy crap. Maiden has drowned. Da, 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 da. They gave her like the most annoying repeated line. Ha ha and jump. That is not a line you want to have repeated so often. Ha! Oh god, I'm cooked. Time freeze! Yo, everything's frozen! I only get to use that like 10 times apparently. I have limited uses, which I'm a little sad about. I don't know, I don't think the time freeze is cheap enough to limit it to 10 uses. Like, it seems like an okay skill. Can I still get hit during time freeze? The mountains are too tall for me to see past them. That's fair. It is a very tall climb past Titty Mountain. No, but Nikke's story really is good. I think the oh fuck, I fucked up. No! The thing with me is like I've always like grown up with these kinds of designs in the media that I consume, and so maybe I'm just like super desensitized about them. Like the whole ass and titty thing that Nikke does is like super lost on me. Like I think it's cool, but it's definitely not the main reason I like play the game, right? Maiden might be kind of bad. I'm like trying to get a feel for her. She can't destroy objects. She can only freeze time, and even if you freeze time, you still get hit, right? And she only has 2 lives. If she had more HP, then maybe you could make the argument for time freeze being, like, decent. But time freeze also doesn't last for that long. It gets you in, but then you would stay for the story of Nikke. Yeah, the tits and ass are just a bait. It's the gooner bait. And then after they've captured you, they're like, ha! You thought this was about ass and titties? Have some depression. Have some feels. And you're like, this is not the feel that I wanted to cop. When do I even use time freeze? When is the appropriate time? Maybe now? Wait, see? Like, you end up in those situations where even if you froze in time, you didn't necessarily open up a path. Especially in situations like this. Right? Like, it doesn't change the position of the logs. She'd have to. I think 3 HP would have been nice, just to like give her something, right? I feel like she doesn't have any advantages. If time stop wasn't limited to 10 uses and was instead like a 20-second cooldown or something, then maybe it would be good. I guess you would just promote a lot of waiting around there, right? Like players would just sit there and wait for time skip to come back up. And that would be kind of dumb too. Yeah, there's really no way to design around it. Wait, what did I— oh, I died at the beam. Fuck me.
5. My reward for clearing this is a marriage certificate, right?
She's counting down? She's doing some fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shit? Too strong a mechanic to play around easily? Yeah. I was hoping for a cheaper maiden.
Feel it. The call of fate.
That's happened to Nier Automata. Yeah, Nier— I would say the story in Nikke has got a similar type of vibe to Nier. There's both stories have like a lot of emotional stakes. What's Neve? What's her deal? Finding Neve. Ludmilla, Alice. I think I finally found a polar bear. Want to see it? But it's okay if you don't. Did you say polar bear? Neve didn't send any more messages. I should ask Alice and Ludmilla about this. Rabbity, get over here. We came all the way out here to meet you. Servant, what have you called me here for? Is something the matter? Neve's been sending me these messages. Neve? You mean Nanook? I show Neve's messages to Ludmilla and Alice. I'm not sure why she's sending messages to you. I presume they were meant for us. But she sent messages to you instead. That's weird. Can you tell me more about Neve? Sure. She looks a lot like a polar bear, so I call her Nanook. You know, like the Nanook of the North. Well, first, she goes cuckoo for him, and she's been up on the surface trying to find one for, well, a long time anyway. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure I follow. Sorry, I just mean that she's crazy for furry little guys and... Alice, let me explain. Servant, have you ever met Neve? I've heard the name and know she belongs to Unlimited, but that's as far as it goes. I've never met her in person. I figured. Neve spends her time up on the surface, wandering and searching for polar bears. But why? She says she wants to hug one. Excuse me? Apparently, she feels polar bears have a unique warmth to them. I don't know the details, but to her, polar bears are very special. Sounds like she's a big fan of them. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever the reason is, it's not a put on, that much is certain. You seem awfully intrigued by all this. Would you like to join us? We could find Neve together. Sure. Excellent. Alice, prepare our things. Yes, Queen. I'm only finding out now that the concept of dark, gritty, emotional story hidden behind massive boob is more common than I thought. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it comes from a lot of the like visual novels you'd find in old school Japanese games where there's like a writer, right? And they have a story written out and they have it all figured out and they just need a game to like advertise it in. They need someone to do the graphics and the music and the engine, and then that's all handled by like someone else. So like the writer's like one person, but the artist is a different person, right? And the artist is like, yeah, maybe I should like put some massive booba here and use that as like a hook to get players to buy our game. And then the writer guy's like, oh, whatever, I'll take it, right? Works for me. Like so many visual novels are exactly like that. You can also find a lot of good music in visual novels, right? It's like the intersection between all these different talents ending up in one package is something that I find interesting. It's like that. It's like Gap almost, right? There's an almost like contradictory nature to the different elements of a single piece of work. But yeah, I don't know. I grew up watching a lot of it, like I said, so it's like I'm mega desensitized. I understand if you were to like play Nikke out in public on your phone, you'd probably get a few weird looks or people judging you. I totally get that. I'm not blind to this. It's just something I tend to forget. What did they say, by the way? She said she would contact us when she found a polar bear. She's nearing the end of a long journey. Are they really that elusive? For someone who sleeps as much as she does, yeah. Does she sleep a lot? That's putting it mildly. When she sleeps, she's out like a log. It's more like hibernation, if you ask me. Naturally, it impedes her progress somewhat. Alice's deduction may not be far off. How does she sleep for so long? I have no idea. When I first met Neve, she was in the midst of shaking off all her bad habits, and she managed to. Well, mostly. Except for her sleeping patterns. Then again, I suppose sleeping habits don't pose too much of a problem. What makes you say that? Neve always manages to complete the tasks assigned to her. That's right. Nanik may not have much luck with polar bears, but she can track Nikke's down like no one's business. As long as she gets the job done, sleeping more than usual isn't the end of the world. In fact, Neve is quite suited to this region. Queen, Nanik is close by. What is that? A receiver. It can pick up signals from any Nikke in the vicinity. In light of my condition, I have to have Alice carry it. Let's go check it out. Dun, 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 dun. The signal seems to have gone dead. Could she be hibernating? Could be. We burrow our way into the den and come across a sleeping Neve. Found you. Get up, sleepyhead. We want to see some real polar bears. Did someone say polar bear? Neve suddenly bolts upright. Right, polar bears. I'm supposed to be looking for some. Aw, geez. I fell asleep again. You said you saw a real polar bear. You didn't lose track of it, did you? No. It's just that it turns out what I found wasn't a polar bear. Wow, really? What was it? Well, upon closer inspection, I came to realize it was actually a great big chunk of ice that looked like a polar bear. My bad. Guess I was a bit loopy from sleeping too much. Wow, a polar bear ice sculpture? I'd like to see that. It was unlike anything I'd seen before. It really looked like the real thing. Are you starting to see why we can't have Neve with us for extended periods? I certainly am. Kind of a dorpy girl. Kind of eepy sleepy girl. Eva and MGS3 were just like femme fatale characters as well. Story-wise, it's all great. She acts all seductive, but it's all part of the plan. Yeah? Yeah, Eva's like that. Have you guys seen the new Eva for the upcoming MGS3 game? It's so crazy seeing her like updated for a modern graphics engine. And she's pretty ancient in video game like age. she's at least 20 years old now, right? The tits for a new age.
Leave it
I'm gonna do my ticket polls and call it a day. I think it's the last thing we have on the bucket list.
I'm Neon.
Come on. I've gotten so many pilgrims from this banner, by the way, guys. I got like... Oh! Hey, Jackal!
Oh,
Nice. Is that my third dude? No, second dude. But yeah, I've gotten so many pilgrims from this banner, which is crazy, because they're not even like part of the wish list, right? Oh crap, I don't think I can do it from here. Speaking of ancient female characters that look like they're 20, anyone hype for mine SF6? Ah, man. Honestly, the SF6 version of Mai is like my least favorite version, appearance-wise. I feel like she's been done way better before. Like her character model.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, it doesn't scream Mai to me. I think she'll look fine in motion though. I just need to see her like more gameplay and she'll probably be fine. Because I'm not like super blown away by her first reveal. That Mai is supposed to be the last character this pass. I think it's her and then Elena is the last one. I don't know which order they're releasing in, but I think Mai's coming first at this point, right? Also, Bacon, welcome in. How's it going? I like the muscles on Mai's model. See a lot of people saying that, but I like this SF6 face. Elena's last. Elena's the way it's shown on the reveal is so weird. Yeah, it was all out of order on the reveal. It was really weird. I like DOA Mai and maybe even KOF 14-15 Mai. Also, I guess by now, like they're actually releasing 2 Mai's at the same time, because we're getting a version of Mai in City of the Wolves, right? And that one I feel looks closer to the Mai that we know compared to Capcom's Mai. Alice. I can't type anything. Hello? It's stuck? I can't move? Is this a glitch? She froze my game! Neve crashed my game. I can't click anymore. Oh! Wait, what the fuck? Huh? Let me try this again. Oh, there we go. Are you with Ludmilla? I can't reach her. I was looking for some polar bears and I'm exhausted. Need sleep. Could you let Ludmilla know for me? Otherwise, she'll be worried. I'll talk to you later. I think you got the wrong person. Neve doesn't send any more messages. She's got... Her hands are too big. She can't text with her big bare hands. Dokugami, welcome! Should I try to get in this A-Jam Slam? I haven't even been playing Street Fighter though. Also, isn't that stuff more for like... people learning fighting games? I mean, I know Lost was interested in joining too. Let's play Exerd? No. Next question. Actually, no, I take it back. I don't even have any beef against Exerd. I had beef with Strive. Exerd's fine. Exerd's cool. Let's play Exerd. With DBZ being your first fighting game and all, it's okay. Be the Huntress in the Slam. I think you're a bit too experienced for the Slam. Yeah, because I thought I thought the concept was to try to bring in beginner players and have them learn next to other beginner players, right? Wasn't that like the vision of the A-Jam Slam? Hell yeah. Gotta get myself another Jackal.
I'm so much stronger!
For the PvP juice. If anything, Tatsu would be one of the coaches. I'd be a terrible coach. But go off. Let's make it happen. Sajan was saying even the players they had before are a bit too high MR now. That's crazy. Because they had really good coaches backing them up, right? They had like professional players teaching them Street Fighter as like a classroom curriculum. And this went on for like months, right? I got experienced players as well. Fuck Strive, I play good gear. No wall break, you have the freedom to do more Gadlings. Yeah, Strive is definitely not my favorite Guilty Gear. I like it visually. I like Nagaruyuki. Aside from that, I don't know if I like care too much about it. Aren't they supposed to be releasing that new character from the anime or something like that? That one character from the Guilty Gear Strive anime they're releasing. I guess she's gonna be DLC. And then they're gonna release the Cyberpunk Edge Runners girl. Gonna release Lucy. Yeah, I might come back for Lucy. The last time I played Strive was when ABBA was released, because I really like ABBA as a character. And she was super fun, but after like 2 months of trying to stay in VIP, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta play other fighting games. I gotta play Street Fighter. Got Evo coming up. If they win, they get to go to Japan and fight the Japanese equivalent of a pro amateur tournament. Need strong players to go up into Takedo and Lashar's team. Oh yeah, have you not seen this yet, Med? This is her burst animation. Let me show you. Let me show you the full animation. She gets dollar signs in her eyes. Look at this. Oh wait, maybe not that. Here, always.
Everyone has their price, and I'm about to cash you out.
Yeah, pretty short. Apparently her burst sucks everyone into the center of the screen. I've never seen it myself, because no one plays Yen. It makes a little tornado. It makes a little turbulent wind. Here comes the money. She got the turbulent wind. I wish she was more like relevant in gameplay. Her design like speaks to me as one of the older designs from Hyungtae Kim. Hyungtae Kim is like, they have a very specific type of look for a lot of their characters, right? I grew up looking a lot of his art and like copying it and trying to emulate it, so I'm like very sensitive to the qualities that he would draw in a character. Yeah, stuff like Magna Carta, or like what was the one MMO? Blade and Soul? Yeah, Magna Carta, Blade and Soul, War of Genesis. It's a shame though, because like he's kind of gone like full AI these days, but it's like the worst person that you would expect to turn to AI, because they used to be so talented as an artist, right? If you ever compare if you ever compare their works side by side, it is embarrassing how good it looks. Like the old stuff looks so much better. Let me see if I can find a comparison. We're gonna roast the CEO of Shift Up, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of roasting. The thing is, they also have drawn characters on occasion, like using their real hands, you know? They have definitely... Oh yeah, here's an example. I'll provide a bit of comparison here. Wait, let me find a good one. Maybe this one. Okay, so here's their art before. One of the reasons Asuka's in the game at all, I'm pretty sure, is because he used to be such a big Evangelion fan. It's probably like a really big deal having her join, right? This is before. This is like after. It's just standard AI slop, right? And it's so hilarious because like every social media post that he does is straight up like here's some AI stable diffusion that I did, hope you guys like it, and then everyone in the comments section is just screaming. They're just like, stop it, you're killing your art. Knock it off, stop. Apparently with him at least, like he is the AI that he's using is all based on his own works. So it's like a super masturbatory like jerk off AI. you're just making your what the machine thinks is your art into more art. Just like self-producing art. But yeah, like it's such a huge difference. It's so much more dynamic, right? And you can see this in a lot of his other works as well. Like let me see if I can pull up like an art book or something. There's got to be like an art book for like War of Genesis or Blade and Soul or something that we can look at. Oh yeah, here's a good one. Yeah. Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul, solid pick. Like this is his natural art style. You can tell that it's not AI. It's actually like super detailed. Everything's very specifically placed where it needs to be. Right? No, they're like easily my top 3 favorite artists growing up. Like one of my top inspirations. I would reference their work so much. Like a lot of their fantasy designs have kind of like a flair to them that you don't see. Look, this is insane. This is crazy. Look at this shit. And this was super early on in like, you know, before all the visual art development stuff became super normalized. Like these days, once the industry is all like the industry for games, movies, film, it's kind of popped off now, right? Animation. But this is like him doing it in the early days, man. He's just fucking out there making these characters for games and such. It's really good. AI could never. But yeah, now you understand my frustration. And other people's frustrations. This is like super peak. How the mighty have fallen? Here, let me at least try to find something positive. Let me try to find. They have done a few designs for the Nikkes in the game too. You could tell it's from them because they have like an older look to them. Like Ludmilla, actually. Ludmilla's design is his like art style. Solene even is also his art style. Like they often hire a lot of creators to do specific character models in Nikke. But he's responsible for some of them. He did a few I don't know if he handled these or if he just supervised it, but there were a few designs in Destiny Child for DOA characters, the DOA collab. Also, excuse me, I'm jumping between windows because I don't want to click on anything not safe for work. Yeah, Destiny Child was like the precursor to Nikke, basically. You might recognize the art as being his. Yeah, this girl's sick as hell. I know I drew here, like this is cute, right? I like this. Hand drawn neon rappy anise combo. It's super cute. It was like big celebration since the game's, I guess, opening in China. Anyway. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I don't know how much of like Nikke he actually oversees, but I do know there are a ton of talented people in the Nikke team as well. So it's I kind of view them as their own thing at this point, right? I'm down to convert whatever religion the AI nuns were preaching. You two, Anaform, you're dead to me. They could be old school art, but the fact of the matter is their religion must have something going on with those battle panties. Dead! Yeah. I don't know. It was interesting seeing him at the Game Awards because he had to show up for like Stellar Blade and stuff. So I just saw him in the crowd. I was like, wait, is that him? Is that guy? He's just sitting in the crowd. Let me see here. I gotta go find someone to raid, guys. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 30 minutes. I also have a stream schedule this week, actually. Let me see. Well, I'll bring it up after I find someone to raid. Oh, Automatic's playing Marvel Rivals. That's an option. Also, we got FaZe playing Final Fantasy 14? Yeah. Oh, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Faye. I don't know how long they're planning on streaming, but let's raid Faye. Only 2 hours? Yeah, I'm really sleepy from last night's solo raid. Like, I only got like 2 to 3 hours of sleep, so I'm like mega fucked up. But hey, we got top 3% and we won. That's what's important. We gave it our all. We succeeded our goals. Everything feels good overall. Even though I'm feeling tired, I feel victoriously tired. Congrats. Yeah, thanks. It was pretty hard. To be honest, I wasn't like super worried that we would not make it in, but I was still trying to like play my best and like aim for the highest score as possible. So we managed to break the 6 billion damage mark, which felt like a pretty good milestone to stop at. Like, it was more for me than anything. What's with the shadow on so many Discord profiles? There's a promotion right now. I guess if you like watch the Shadow the Hedgehog trailer, when it pops up on your Discord, they'll give you the profile animation thing for free. Yeah, it's like it's for all the Nitro users, I guess. Anyway, guys, I streamed Nikke today and yesterday as well. The next stream that we have scheduled is going to be on Friday. That's going to be community night. We're going to be playing some more Marvel Rivals. Probably grinding through ranked, most likely. But after that, on Saturday, we'll play Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. Sneaking in a lot of streams towards the end of the year, since I'll have a little bit more time, as work is giving me some more days off. So yeah, salvage this. I usually don't stream this much in a single week. Like 5 days out of 7 days is like not common for me anymore. But yeah, that's the plan. That is on the agenda. See you guys next time though. Enjoy FaZe stream. I'll send you guys out there. I should have started the raid already, my bad. Yeah, take care everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Nikke was crazy good this week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching alongside with me as well. If you haven't seen any Nikke stuff, highly recommend you try out the game. Give chapter 1 a try and let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes after chapter 1. Just come back to me and we can share our feelings. We can share our humanity together. We will bond over this pain. Master Fujin, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, enjoy FaZe, guys. See you next time. Also, hey, Master Fujin, thanks so much for the follow.